Hello, I'm here to make another tip video, this time regarding around the support loadouts. So I'm going to talk about like all these gadgets they can use, their utility and their nades, and then the other two like class perks. I'm going to go through the gadgets first. So first I want to start with the Defibrillator. Honestly, I think you should always start with the Defibrillator. I've seen a couple supports not run Defibrillator, and I've tried it a bit too because one of the perks lets you revive people if you like hold them for like 2 seconds and then they get revived. But honestly, I don't really see a reason not to have the Defibrillator. It's the best gadget by far, and probably the most impactful, just instantly rezzing your teammates. Things to note for this, first off, it is extremely loud. People will hear you if you revive your teammates. That is something to be cautious of. I see a lot of players not knowing for some reason that you can charge the defibrillator, which is really weird. When you charge it, you will heal someone to 100 HP, and you can see in the bottom right, and tap it, it's 50 HP. But you also run at the same speed with a knife, so what you can do is just like, as you're running to someone, you just charge the defib and hit them. And I know that sounds like a lot of common sense, but I've seen some support players run from the 20-yard line over there and not charge the defibrillators, even though they have both of them in their hands. So if you're running towards someone, just charge it. And if you're like worried about getting shot during that, just like start sliding and jumping. And when you're multi-resing, that's when you should be tapping. But the first person, you should always be fully charging unless it's like just a group of people. Just go tap, 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 tap. Another thing to be aware of, since this is really loud, you can just tap someone really quick and use them as bait. They might not like it, but honestly, getting a kill, pretty good. I would say it's also best with smokes. If you have teammates out in the middle of nowhere, I would throw a smoke on top of them and then start rezzing them. Especially since like I've had more than enough teammates where like I'll be like in the middle of the road or something and they'll for whatever reason like kamikaze res me, but they will also not like they'll tap me with 50 HP, so there's no hope of me getting up. So that would be really helpful if you that was a little. Next is the GP Dis Grenade Intercept system. Someone's gonna how I just said that. Basically a trophy system. Destroys grenades, you put it next to you. People can't nade you anymore. Pretty good. Especially if you like to have a more support, like laid back and cover LMG playstyle, I would highly recommend it. Otherwise, I wouldn't use it if you're more aggressive. The missile intercept system, it's like the same thing, but it blocks RPGs and tanks. I personally never use this, but I don't play Conquest, so there's never really a reason for me to use it. If you want to, go ahead, man. The portable mortar, I say this is actually really good on some maps. Most maps, it's really ass. Like Blackwell Fields, it's really good on the first 2 points, and then on Empire State, the first breakout point, it's pretty good because most people clump up either behind or in front of the truck, depending on which team you're on. And Blackwell Fields, like everyone's fighting on the objective, is pretty good. Also, something I don't think a lot of people know, if you see in the bottom right corner, it's really hard to see from this point of view, but there's a little smoke icon. You get like 2 smokes. So you can actually support your teammates by shooting smokes onto the point or where the enemies are, just to force them to move a little bit. Or just let your team move up and then use the explosion rounds to obviously just suppress everything. Yeah, it could be pretty good on very, very specific situations, but overall, I'd say it's disturbingly inaccurate at times. So unless you have multiple people using it, you're not really going to kill anybody, but it is annoying. Also, you're constantly revealed on the map while you do it, so be warned. The smoke grenade launcher, it's a smoke grenade launcher, does what it says. Pretty good, I would say, because it's a smoke, and smoke is honestly the most underrated utility, and I wish more support players used it. And if you bring this along with your smoke grenade, and you sit on an ammo pack for a little bit, you will have up to 5 smokes, which is absurd. You can make a wall. So a little strat I like to do is I'll sit on like a smoke pack or an ammo pack for like a little bit, get 5 smokes, and if it's like an open field, I'll just start chucking and shooting smokes everywhere just to like motivate my team to push up. And with the smoke grenade launcher too, another thing that I don't see anyone really talk about, you can take the smoke grenade launcher and take the incendiary grenade. And I'm going to go into more detail of why that's a little bit better when I go to the next weapon. But that's like an underrated combo I don't see people doing. But yeah, overall, really good gadget. Underused, really good for saving people and helping pushes. The Incendiary Airburst launcher, I'm not gonna lie, it's good, but it's also cheeks. So in the terms of if someone is behind cover and you want 100 to 0 them, this is not your weapon. Straight up. The Molly is much better. It has a limited range, but it will usually flush people out, and by the time it's reloaded, if that person is still just sitting there, the second shot will kill them. It does like 60, 50-ish damage per shot. The other thing that's pretty good about it is you can equip it with Incendiary. So what I was doing on defense for a little bit, if there were people like sitting in their spawn, or on, what's the map? Siege of Cairo, on the 3rd breakthrough point, there's this little green hallway by the A objective. It's like a hallway of death. You can actually rotate your incendiaries and this Molotov gadget, so no matter what, they have to run through either this or a Molotov, which I don't know if it's the best strategy, but it is definitely obnoxious and kind of funny. So overall, it's not a bad gadget, but I wouldn't say it's overpowered. It depends on what the map is if you want to flush people out, but yeah, it's okay. Deployable cover, I think it's like stupidly good. It's like one of the most tankiest things I have ever seen. Like, it's actually really hard to kill this thing, and I don't know why. If you're a really defensive player with LMGs, I would highly recommend it, especially with one of the like perks you get, which is like you take less damage from explosions and all that jazz. Also, it lets you just head glitch, and in any game, if you're head glitching versus someone who isn't, you're going to win usually. There's no real downsides. I guess if you're a super aggressive player, it's kind of annoying to just find a good place to put it up. But honestly, majority of the times, I don't think I've ever regretted taking a deployable shield. You can also vault on top of it and use it to boost yourself up to a slightly elevated spot just so you can get it to it slightly faster, or if you couldn't before. The supply pouch is what I personally use a lot because I just think it's funny. I think it's also good, but there are some negatives. The pros are it's an instant 25 HP you get from your teammates, a good amount of ammo too. It's 20 to 25, I'm not actually sure. You can throw it to your teammates, you can throw it on yourself, and the neat ways I like to use it, so obviously one is after a combat. Actually, I should really illustrate first. You can't throw 3 of them on the ground and they will all give you like 75 HP. It's usually one gives you the HP and then you'll start regenning. So you always just want to throw one. So what I usually do, let's say I kill someone, I'll throw a little mini med pack on the ground and I'll get myself the full HP, or like start that regenning process. It gives a little bit of ammo and grenade. Not really worth using. I would recommend the big kit for it. The other thing I really like using it for is when someone reses me with 50 HP, and let's say he resed me in like the hell scenario, and I got to sprint out of there, I will immediately get up, pull my knife, look at the ground, throw the med pack, and run towards it. So I can like have a higher chance of getting out, and then I'll do the slide jump. The only negative I would say about the supply pouch, it does prioritize teammates and not yourself. And in these this video, I don't know if I'll put clips in. I'm usually busy or depressed out of my mind. But we'll see it. It will always prioritize teammates. So if you're trying to panic heal yourself and throw it at your feet, if there is a teammate on top of you, they will get that healing and you will not get anything. So that is something to be very aware of. It's kind of annoying, but like honestly, overall, I really like it. It's also really funny just like throwing a little Pokeball at your teammate when they're struggling. So those are the gadgets. Grenades. Got the Frag Grenade. Most classes have this. You know what the Frag Grenade does. I hope you do. It explodes. Smoke grenades are so underutilized. They're so good. Like, if you play support, offense, defense, it doesn't matter. Smoke grenades are really, really good and way more impactful than you think. And you know what? It just starts pushing. And you know what? In some scenarios, you just... If you see, like, oh my god, there's a lot of people over... If you throw a smoke in front of them, they can't shoot you, well, at least accurately. So it's like... You can shut off angles and you can isolate people with smokes. And I don't know if it, like if you play Counter-Strike, you will know how good a smoke is. Like, it is ridiculously strong. Incendiary grenades are pretty good, I'd say. I really like them. The only problem with the incendiary grenade is the smoke grenade is just usually too good to give up. I really like the incendiary grenade. when spawn camping, especially because you could just chuck it, like you can line up a little bit and just chuck it to the people sitting back in their spawn. If someone sits in it, they will get 100 to 0, and it also ticks them a little bit, and due to the numbers you'll know if it ticks someone. It usually falls a little bit, like it feels like it's heavier than the frag grenade and the smoke grenade, so it does like lob down a little bit, but with a little bit of practice you'll just get used to it. Overall, really good. Honestly, I would use it attack or defense, but I usually prefer it on defense to like flush people out. And lastly, we got combat medic and fire support. Personally, I use combat medic for the revive recovery and just helping teammates out. But fire support is also pretty good, but like I'd say it depends. If you're more of a aggressive playstyle, like you're an SMG carbine support player, I would recommend combat medic if you're more so seeing yourself pushing. If you're more of a prone down, have an LMG kind of like support player, oh this is for you. This is really, yeah. I just wanted to make a quick video. If you have any questions, just ask in the comments. Yeah, that's about it.